Good evening. It's time to take a look at what's making the weather headlines elsewhere around the world. I've a couple of storms to talk to you about, but first we'll start in North America, where it's turned much colder this week. So following on from this band of cloud here, which is an active weather front working its way across southern and eastern states through Thursday night and Friday, what follows is much colder air. So lake effect snow, we've got blizzards in Newfoundland, we've got more rain and hill snow coming into the Pacific Northwest. So a lot of drier weather for the bulk of the USA and Canada to come, away from the northwest and the south and the east, but it is colder. Temperatures dropping almost 10 degrees in New York between today and tomorrow. And that chilly weather just about holds on. We've got more rain to come in Vancouver, a little bit of warmth returning for LA, but again, it gets colder next week as it does in most places. Now, we've had flash flooding in Guatemala because we've got low pressure near Panama. So again, Central America at risk from further flooding, Colombia as well, along with Ecuador and Peru. Some heavy showers across southern Brazil, Paraguay, but some respite from the wind and rain across southern Chile particularly, I think. Into Africa now, and it's been really wet in Somalia recently, flash flooding, and more showers are forecast here, further south in Tanzania. And the showers you can see in Casablanca are coming out of weather systems affecting southern Europe. We could have some lifted dust across North Africa, even some flooding in Algeria. Now, we've got the remnants of a storm coming into Gujarat, so more rains here, but this grabs the attention. This has now been named and it's expected to become a severe cyclonic storm. That's Bulbul, head its way northwards through the Bay of Bengal. So it's affecting the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Myanmar, parts of Thailand, across to Orissa, but we think it might just creep close to the coastline of West Bengal and Bangladesh and give about 300 to 400 millimetres of rain, and that will certainly cause a lot of flash flooding, potential mudslides. We've got another storm. This one's called Nakri. It's heading its way away from the Philippines but towards Vietnam, and again it's expected to give a lot of rain as it intensifies further in the next day or so. High pressures keeping much of Australia dry and fine, but really quite unsettled weather and cool weather for the time of year is maintained across Tasmania and Victoria for the coming few days. Even Sydney's dipping back to 20 degrees, and some of that rain's coming into New Zealand, rain and wind as well. And we've had flash flooding, of course, across the Balkans. You may have heard that. Still amber warnings or orange warnings out for parts of Greece, the Balkans, Italy. Heavy snowfall to throw into that mixed as well across the Alps on Friday. Gales through the western Mediterranean, very unsettled for the Balearic Islands, and more very strong winds powering through the Bay of Biscay into France and Iberia. Again, more hill snow to come here. In contrast, temperatures are significantly, that's 10 degrees below average for parts of Scandinavia. And here the amber warning is still in force for the rain, but it does look drier for many tomorrow.